Welcome back to Inside Guelph. It's time for your city update. So, of course, joining us for the information, you have your Mayor Farbridge. Thanks so much for being here. Good to see you. Welcome back. Now, you have some great information about an award ceremony for Newcomer Champion. How did
recognizing
that go?
another Guelph resident. So the provincial government for a few years now has had this Newcomer Champion Award, and so annually they go out and they request nominations for consideration to give the Newcomer Award to. So it's for people in our communities throughout Ontario that have done a great job to help welcome newcomers into our community, help settle new Canadians, etc. So, so it's been something that I've been taking advantage of to submit nominations. I've done 5 now, and all 5 have been selected over the years.
Really?
And so this year it was Adewa Bado, who's she's from Africa and was actually trained as a doctor in Africa. But when she came here, she really what she did was bring her culture to our community. So the culture of storytelling. She's written a number of books, and so is a great storyteller. And she actually told a story at the event ceremony as well. They asked her to tell a story, which was just perfect.
Oh, that's so great. Did she know she was getting the award?
No, it's always a secret until it's selected, and then the province lets them know.
And so she got up there and told a story on the fly.
No.
Okay, they asked her
They know
to.
by the time they get to the ceremony. Yeah,
that she'll be doing that. Okay, that's great.
So storyteller and African dance as well. But more than that, she's been very much engaged in the community, helping to welcome newcomers and helping them get settled in our community. She's been very actively involved with our local immigration partnership project as well. So it's the cultural piece that she's brought to us, but also her experience of being someone new coming into a community with young children, and what was that experience like, and how can we make sure it's a better experience for people coming.
I think we need to have her on the show.
She'd be brilliant to have on the show.
She sounds like she has a lot to say.
Yeah.
And then past recipients you wanted to highlight?
Delfino Caligari, which I'm sure you've probably had on the show with the Multicultural Festival. Carmela Nini, and the International Languages program that she established through the Wellington Catholic School Boards. So she was another one. Amanda Eng, and her work with the Chinese community, but generally through immigration services, the work she's done in the community. And then Mitra Salavand, who again, Onward Willow, Immigration Services, Local Immigration Partnership, but also established an Iranian association and was part of that in the city as well. So all of them have had just an incredible
impact.
So they made great applications, and so they were all successful. So I think it's just a really nice way to recognize the contributions that these people make to the community.
Absolutely, and I love to have them on too, just to hear what that means to them, because I know they're operating out of the goodness of their own heart and doing what they do best. So it's just nice to be acknowledged for what they do. And just briefly, you wanted to quickly touch on one other topic.
International Day of Persons with Disabilities, December 3rd. So it's something that's recognized at an international level, just to raise awareness of the challenges that people with disabilities face in our communities. And the theme this year is removing barriers to create an inclusive and accessible society for all. So a real focus on those barriers. And at the city, we have an Accessibility Advisory Committee, and that's what their job is to help us see the barriers, because we can just not see them sometimes, just because of our particular lens and our particular experience. And so their work is to look at our facilities, our programs, etc., and where do we have those barriers that we're not seeing, and how do we work to remove them in a very systematic way.
And good for viewers to know that that's a resource available to them to have that conversation if they need things to be opened up to them, and continue that dialogue going on. Thank you so much for being here. It's all good information. I have more guests coming out of that segment, so good. All right, taking a short break. When we get back, it's World AIDS Day. BJ Caldwell joining me out here with all the information of the vigil. We'll see you back here in a minute.